Hello, everyone. This is Rob with Media Awareness, and tonight I am here to talk about the Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi series, now streaming on Disney Plus. It has been officially over for about a week and a half now, I think, roughly. So if you haven't seen it yet and you plan to, please stop watching this video because this will contain heavy spoilers. You have been warned. If I had any expectations going into this series, were they met? The answer to that question would be yes and no. However, I really didn't have expectations at all, really. Disney has been proving themselves left and right with their streaming of original Star Wars content, as opposed to consistency of quality filmmaking. That's for another video entirely, though. With this particular video, we're focusing on the Obi-Wan Kenobi series and the streaming of it itself, which is problematic in my opinion. But I'll get to that. So, Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi sees a very beaten down, haggard Obi-Wan working a basic 9 to 5 job on Tatooine, just to kind of be there to watch over Luke Skywalker, who at this point in the timeline is roughly 10. And it does a great job at depicting the mundane routine that he's fallen into, and just uh, the complacency of everyday life that he has accepted, not questioning, should I be doing something more? And this is not helped at all by uh, Owen Lars, who basically tells him to stay away from Luke in that first introduction. Um, so he's basically kind of stuck. He wants to train and he wants to kind of help, but at the same time, he really can't get too close. So he's doing this menial job. If there was telemarketing in space, that would be the equivalent of his job. Except I don't know which one would be worse. Uh, but um, it just sort of shows how an individual themselves can very easily fall into a routine of everyday life, and how they do in all actuality. So it's sort of a cautionary tale from that aspect, and I would have liked to have seen more of that, but that's my writer's detailed brain working on multiple levels there. So, of course, the series has to get moving, and we have the arrival on Tatooine of the Inquisitors. In particular, Grand Inquisitor, Dude with the Hat, and Third Sister, who is extremely impulsive and very unchecked. Um, and her character, the way it's written, and the way it comes across, up until probably the next to the last episode, she comes across as very one dimensional as a villain, um, initially. And that really, what bothers me with her character is how long it takes it to develop. If this were a feature film, let's say, and or if it was a shorter series, let's say instead of 6 episodes it was 4, and they would have cut, then they were able to cut out some of the filler that was very early, quite obviously filler in the episodes. Um, because don't forget, Obi-Wan Kenobi was originally one of the many Star Wars films that was going to be a Star Wars story before the box office debacle that was Solo, a Star Wars story. Um, so once Obi-Wan was allocated to a TV series and 6 parts, I really think that extensions were made, different plot lines were thrown in, and it was just stretched a bit too much. That's my opinion. Like I said, I tend to look at it from a creative aspect, from a writer's perspective, and it just didn't. A lot of it seemed like filler. Um, did I like it? Yes, but could it have been done better and more effectively? And I would say yes to that as well. Let's talk about little Leia. It's hard to say. Little Leia, because she is a main plays a main role in this um, sort of mini series, or series, whatever. It's 6 episodes. Her acting is really top notch for a child actress. And I applaud the casting people for choosing her. I know a lot of people have been throwing a fit over her character and over um, how ballsy she is. But that is Leia Organa. That is the character that we have grown to know and love from the original series through the sequel series. And uh, she's portrayed quite well by this young girl. And I think that I think that Alderaan, the scenes on Alderaan with Leia initially, and the whole kidnapping thing, I think it could have been done in a more fast-paced, um, threatening manner, as opposed to almost like uh, a Goosebumps style chase that takes place where she's abducted. That's kind of how it struck me. I didn't really feel any fear throughout that chase. I actually laughed a few times because it was amusing, and it should have been. It should have been a serious moment. Kidnapping is not something to be taken lightly, and I'm not saying that wasn't done seriously, but it wasn't done as serious as I feel it probably should have been. And it also kind of lacked a feeling of fear for the main character. Yes, we know Leia survives, but still, it would be nice to have more tension in that sequence